If you're anything like me at all, you use the Reminders app to jot down things to do, and then you check tasks off when they're done. And that's about it. But what you might not know is with just a little bit of tweaking, you can make using reminders a lot more powerful. It's not hard to do. Hi, my name is Rich, and lately I've been trying to make all my videos on how to use your iPad and iPhone really practical. You know, I know there's 1,000 ways to do things on your iPhone, but for me, regardless of what I'm trying to do, there's usually only one or two ways that make sense. So in today's video, I'm going to cover 5 handy tips on how I use reminders and how I've made it handier than just a paper list of things to do. I'll show you how to share a list because that is just an incredibly powerful thing. I'll show you how to assign a task to someone you've shared a list with. I'll show you how to use Dictation to create a task because, you know, who wants to type on that tiny little keyboard? I'm going to show you how to use location reminders and how powerful they are. And then lastly, I'll show you how to pin important lists so that you can get to them quickly. All right, let's get started. Okay, the first thing I want to show you is just how to share a list. So I've got 2 phones here. One is my YouTube phone and one is my actual personal phone. And I've got reminders up on both phones. And I've got some lists over here that I use to keep track of stuff, a family list, travel, home maintenance, auto maintenance, stuff like that. So I'm going to share, let's say, the travel list with myself. So if you want to do that, you just tap on the list. You've got some things in there to do. You tap on the little share sheet button up at the top. And then I'm going to actually message this to myself. So I'll type in my name. And I'll tap on that and I'm going to click share. And now over here, I've received a message and I can tap on it and I'm going to tap on the travel reminders and it says, do you want to open it in reminders? And I do. So I'm going to click open. And now I have the travel list on this phone and on this phone. And if you'll notice, the tasks showed up there. And now I have shared a list, and it's just really handy when you do that. You know, my wife and I share a shopping list, so you know, I might remember that we need some cereal and I'll put cereal on the shopping list, and if I go to the grocery store I'll pick it up, or if she goes to the grocery store she'll look on her list that I've shared with her and she'll pick it up. And so that's why you would want to share a list with someone else, and it's just super handy. All right, the next thing I want to show you is how to assign a task on a list. So now you've shared a list with someone else, and the question is, who's supposed to do that task? Well, that's pretty easy. So we'll go back into the travel list here that I have made, and I'm going to put buy plane tickets. I'm just going to tap on that task, and I'm going to go down here to the little person icon right there, and I'm going to tap on it, and this is how you assign it. And I can assign it to Rich, which is me over here, and that's it. And now you can see that that task has been assigned. If I go to the shopping list that I've shared with my wife, and I tap on that list, and I tap on yogurt, and I tap on the little person icon there, I can assign that to my wife Rhonda, and I'll do that. And now she is responsible for that task, and I click done. And it's really that simple, and now you can sort of divvy up the chores on a list that you've shared with someone else. Super handy. All right, the next thing I want to show you is how to add a task to a list using Dictation. So normally, if you go into a travel list and you add a new reminder, at least the way I would do it is I might type in, you know, buy food. And that's how I would add a task, and I'd click done, and that would be the end of it. Well, sometimes I'm out, you know, and about, or I just don't really want to type on that little screen. So how you can do it using dictation is you pop it up and then you see the little microphone down here and you could tap on that. Buy swimming suit and click done. Just like that. And now you've used dictation to add a task, and it's really that simple. I've actually got to using dictation a lot more than I used to. I always forget about that little microphone, but now that I've been sort of studying it in prep for this video, I've been using the microphone all the time. The next thing I want to show you is how to use location reminders. What are location reminders? This little app will remind you to do something when you're at a particular location. And it's so handy. I'll just give you an example. I might need to go to Home Depot to buy some cleaning supplies, and I put that on my task list. And then 2 days later, I realize I need to go to Home Depot to buy some paint. And so I buy the paint and I come back home, and then my wife says, "Hey, did you get the cleaning supplies?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I forgot to get the cleaning supplies." And I have to make another trip back. You can actually have reminders remind you to do something when you arrive at a specific location. So let me show you how that works. The first thing you need to do is make sure location services are turned on in the Settings app. So we go to Settings, and we scroll to Privacy and Security, and then up here at the very top we go to Location Services, and you make sure that's turned on. And then you have a whole bunch of apps down here that you can add location services to. In Reminders, if you tap on it, you can say never let reminders provide location services, or ask the next time or when I share a task, or allow it to use location services when using the app. So in my case, I'm going to check while using the app, and I'm going to turn on the precise location. That way it'll know where I am and when I'm there. So now I go back and I've got that set up in Settings. And so now I can go back into Reminders, and I can go to Home Maintenance. I can tap on New Reminder, and we'll say Buy Paint. And I'm now going to tap on the little location arrow right here. And I'm going to tap on Custom. And then I'll type in Home Depot. And I'll click Search, and I'll choose Home Depot near me, and I'll click Done. And now when I arrive at Home Depot, my phone will vibrate or whatever setting I've set up for notifications and let me know that I need to buy paint while I'm there. And it will actually remind me even if it's in my pocket. And that is just super handy. Now, another easy way to do this without having to type all that in is to simply ask Siri to do it. And so this is how you do that. Remind me to buy cleaning supplies when I arrive at Home Depot.
Which location? Okay, I added it.
And now if I go into my reminders, there it is, buy cleaning supplies when arriving at Home Depot. And that is how you use location reminders. Pretty handy. All right, the last tip I want to show you is how to do pinned lists. And this is really easy. When you open up reminders, you might see something that looks like this. But you can edit what's up here. These are called pinned lists. If you tap on the little circle with the 3 buttons and you click Edit Lists, you can choose what you want to see up there. Maybe you just want to see what's today, and I'm going to uncheck all of those and I'll close Done. And now just the today list is up there. If I go back and I edit lists, and maybe I want to see what's scheduled, what's flagged, and maybe I want to add travel up there. I drag it up, and I click Done. And now Travel shows up here. And you can add mini lists up there, I think up to 9 lists. So I'm going to edit it, and I'll drag Family and Home Maintenance and Auto Maintenance all up there, and I click Done. And now I've pinned all of these lists up there. And if I just want to tap on that for Travel or Home Maintenance. And so that is how you pin a list, and you can just choose whatever list you think is best to show up at the top for you. That's how it works. I hope these tips make using reminders both easier and more powerful for you. I can tell you that sharing the shopping list with my wife has been super handy. Actually, all of these little tips have been handy. That's why I wanted to show them to you. All right, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.